What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I'm ready to do my full review on the White Mountain Knives Sailfin. Now, the Sailfin is the first knife under the White Mountain Knives sort of lineage. So everyone knows White Mountain Knives, everyone loves White Mountain Knives, but up until now, they have not had an official, White Mountain Knives branded knife until this one. Now this is the Sailfin, like I said, and this is designed by Patrick Hubbard, who I believe his name is just Patty's Knives, I think, on Instagram. And I first learned about the Sailfin, a couple months ago in actually, I think a Facebook group. I believe it was Everyday Blades, and I was just scrolling through, and I believe it was Patrick himself had posted like, "Hey guys, like this is my new upcoming design. It's the first OEM sort of licensed product from White Mountain Knives," and so on and so forth. And I was really excited because, as you guys know, I love White Mountain Knives. Justin over there is a great dude. I've bought plenty of stuff from him. I have gotten plenty of stuff from him in on loan. And he's a great, a great business, a great guy to deal with. So I was super excited when I saw this come out. This is OEM'd by Kubi, and I think for the price point, this is a really, really good value. It's a great EDC knife. So we're just gonna jump right into the review. There are two variations. There's this one that I have in my hand that is currently still available. So I will leave a link down below in the description if anyone wants to go over and check it out. And then the one that is currently out of stock is, so this is the dark gray titanium. The other one is a bead blast titanium. And then this is Elmax steel with the satin and stonewashed combo. The other version that's sold out is a satin. So you get the stonewashed and satin there. Elmax blade, if my phone will focus. Elmax blade, there we go. Really nice milling pattern on this darkened tie. It's almost like an acid stonewash. Looks really good. Of course, you have the White Mountain Knives logo right there. Very, very nice sheepswood style blade. It's kind of like a leaf shape. It's just a really, really great usable blade shape. Thumb studs and hole for deployment. You have a frame lock, a reversible milled titanium pocket clip that has the same milling on it as the scales do, which is really cool. Get a backspacer and a lanyard post. And you guys can see there is plenty of internal milling on both sides. It really surprised me how lightweight this knife was for it being a titanium frame lock. Just a really nice size overall. Great ergos, super duper comfortable. Again, such a good blade shape, and just a really attractive piece in my opinion. Like, this is a very, very good looking knife. Really right up my alley when it comes to aesthetics. And as far as fit and finish goes, like I said, made by Kubi. Everyone knows Kubi does a great job. So yeah, quick specs for you guys. We have an overall length from tip to butt of 7.4375 inches, so about 7.5 inches. We have a closed length or a handle length of 4 1/4. We have a blade length of 3 1/4, so right in my sweet spot. And it comes in weighing 3.4 ounces. So again, very, very lightweight. Again, especially for a titanium frame lock, just a fantastic size. We'll talk about ergos in a little bit. Just a really, really attractive blade, guys. This thing is, I feel like, not getting maybe the hype that it should be. And I'm a big fan of it. Now, am I going to run out and buy one? No, unfortunately not, because I did. If you guys caught my unboxing of the Devo Knives Saloon, that was kind of a splurge for me. And obviously Christmas is right around the corner. It's December. I think I'm filming this on the 1st. Yeah, I'm filming it on the 1st. You guys will see it on the 1st or the 2nd. So happy December. Countdown to Christmas is on. So I just got to be good with my knife purchases. But maybe with some leftover Christmas money, I might see what I have as far as what I want to do with knife purchases and stuff. I usually get some money from like my grandparents and stuff. So might be coming back to the channel because I do really think it is a fantastic knife. Getting sidetracked here, but here is some size comparisons. Got the TRM Neutron 2, and then of course the Spyderco Para 3, and it is right in the wheelhouse for being, maybe a smidge larger than both of those, but I mean super, super similar. So if you guys are a fan of the Para 3 and a fan of the TRM Neutron 2, this I think could be right up your alley. So real quick, we're going to jump into action. The action on this is super smooth. You guys can see it's nice and centered. you do have the thumb studs and the whole combo. For thumb flicking, I prefer the studs because you can just drop your thumb right down on there and it just gives you a really nice purchase. You can, of course, utilize the hole, but I feel like the thumb stud is just so much easier to drop right over to, whereas the hole, you kind of have to like shove the pad of your thumb down in there to fire it out. So the thumb stud for me is just so much more intuitive. As far as reverse flick goes, stud works nicely, as well as, whoops, that was my own fault, as well as the hole. Really nice either way. Probably lean the stud for both. Of course, you can slow roll it out. Then as far as lock bar access, you get a really nice bit of lock bar access there. It's milled away a good bit, and then you have plenty of scalloping there to get back to it. Very, very smooth. No blade play, locked up really nice and tight. Drops to your thumb, one shake. Drops to your thumb. Some micro shakes in your home. Super good action. Super fun to fidget with. This thing has been in my pocket a lot more than, so there's just some knives whenever you get them in, they gravitate to your pocket more than some other ones in for review do. And the Sailfin is definitely one of those. I've carried this quite a bit. So actually, speaking of the pocket clip, I'll touch on that. I guess I'll leave that for the carryability section of this, but yeah, just a great action. Super fun. And Kubi, again, they kill it on their detents, on their fit and finish. They really do a bang-up job over there. But yeah, action is great. Really, really enjoy it. Get a quick drink break. So it's kind of a random thing of the video, but I am a super big fan of like Poppy. Probiotic, prebiotic soda. My wife and I drink quite a bit of it. And of course, Simply Lemonade, Simply Orange Juice, stuff like that. They come out with Simply Pop. And I think we have a store here in near where I live called Fresh Time, and they had this one and like a strawberry one. Was not a fan of the strawberry. It basically tasted like a seltzer. But drop a comment down below if any of you guys out there watching these videos are fans of prebiotic soda, probiotic soda. I try to drink that a lot more than, trust me, I am a Dr. Pepper whore. Absolutely love Dr. Pepper. Will never be able to shake it completely, but I've limited myself by drinking these Simply Pops. So again, kind of a random insertion into the video, but that is what we're drinking today. So cheers. So I like that one better than the other one I had, but again, it's kind of a back-end taste of like seltzer water, which I'm not a fan of. But I digress, like I said. So we're talking about ergos next. Super duper comfortable knife. You have nicely chamfered edges, nicely rounded, no sharp edges. This milling, I just love a good milled titanium, especially in like a dark wash, an acid wash, some sort of darkened version of a titanium. I think just looks absolutely fantastic. It's so simple and it's so just, I feel like easy, and it's just not like mind-blowing, but like I just love and gravitate to that so much. It just impresses me because like everything's just milled out so nice. It all follows the same pattern. I love how the pot clip has that milling. Just a really big fan of it. And it's not like aggressive milling at all. Like you can feel it's there, but it's not like super locking your hands in, but it doesn't need to be because the ergos are just really comfortable. It's a very neutral handled shape. I mean, a little bit of a hump right here, but it's pretty much a straight line. And same back here, pretty much a straight line. Gets a little bit like, it tapers towards the end, but it's thickest right here. And I can easily get all 4 fingers on this knife choked back really well. He has some nice extended jimping right here, which I really like. That saber grip just works so well. You can land here. I mean, really anywhere. It's a very, very neutral grip. And then you do have, I would say, I don't know, probably like a 60-40 choil. Now, if you have huge hands, excuse my dried out roofer hands, but if you have huge hands, you might not be able to choke up because your finger might slide on here, so just be careful of that. But super duper comfortable. The pocket clip does not cause a hot spot at all. It's nice and flat, no sharp edges. I mean, it's a little bit pokey, but it has to be to get over pants pockets. So no sharp edges, nothing like that. Just a really, really comfortable grip. When you choke up, your thumb, can find anywhere from here on the jimping to out here past the jimping to way out here as far as your hand can get, which is really nice because this does have, I forgot to mention this earlier, this does have a really nice hollow grind. Of course, LMAX is a great steel. I'm a big fan of LMAX. And then this choked up just gives you a really nice grip for push cuts. If you're trying to, kind of get through cardboard and it's being a little bit stubborn, really, really nice. This is a great blade shape for a pinch grip. So thumb on the pivot, middle finger on the pivot, pointer finger out here for drawing anything through there. Just a really nice ergonomic experience. Really, really great. And that's just tutelage to the design, I feel like. And you guys know me. Simple designs usually make great design, great designs usually make easy ergos, and easy ergos are some of the better things I think you can ask for in today's day and age in the knife realm. But yeah, ergos are great when it comes to the Sailfin. Next up is carry. And when I was going to talk about the pocket clip, it's nothing crazy. Like, it's pretty not important at all, but I did happen to catch it on, so I had it 2 weekends ago. And we were home for the weekend seeing both of our parents, and I was getting out of my in-laws car, and this had caught on the seatbelt, and it was pulled out from here, like almost all the way up there. I could not use the knife. I had to take it apart or set it aside and wait for us to get back to our apartment so I could get out my clip, or I can't talk today, guys, I apologize, to get out my driver and fix it. But it, no tapping. It might have a slight curve in it, but it functions really well. So to where I lead with that is my Hank. Goes in and out of pocket really nicely. You of course have that little bit sticking up out of your pocket, but it doesn't bother me as much when it's the design of the knife and just how the curvature of the knife is. I have no issues with that. So it carries really nice. And it is reversible, which is also cool. Sometimes you don't see that when you see titanium frame locks. So I'm glad they added that on there. You have no flipper tab, no jimping, nothing like that to possibly catch your hand on as it's down in your pocket and you go down past it to, grab whatever you need. Just nice and smooth, so no issues with that. Again, lightweight, like 3.4 ounces for a titanium frame lock is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it carries how you would expect it to carry, and especially once you feel how lightweight this knife is, and it's a relatively small package. I mean, it's not huge. It just carries really, really well. And overall, just impressed with the Sailfin and all the different aspects of, the knife game. So that leads me to my final category of price point / would I recommend this knife. So price point on the White Mountain Knives Sailfin is $225. It's $225 for both versions. Again, one is sold out, one is currently available. But I'm just going to go on here and tell you how much exactly the coupon gets you, because you can, of course, use someone's code like Lefty10, and all your basically your favorite creators. Let's see here. Another reason why I love White Mountain Knives is just because you always get free shipping, and you can take 10% off at least of every single knife, which is awesome. Like, that shit adds up, because shipping alone, nothing grinds my gears. Kind of an off topic, so I apologize. Nothing grinds my gears more than when you spend like $300-400 on a knife, even $100+ on a knife, and then you have to pay like $8, $9, $10 in shipping. Like, I get it, shipping is expensive, but I hate shipping. So the fact that White Mountain Knives has free shipping on a $20 order or a $500 order is awesome. And then again, you can always get money off, like knowing. So the combination of the free shipping and the discount code is just too good to pass up. So like the 10% off gets you $22.50 off, which takes this $225 knife down to $202.50. I think it's a great value at full price at $225. It's a really good value. I think it's right in that sweet spot of getting great materials. So that LMAX blade is really cool. I feel like LMAX isn't something you see like as often anymore. I mean, you're always seeing 20 CV, which I love 20 CV, but you're seeing 20 CV, you're seeing Magna Cut, you're seeing M390, things like that. So it's really cool. S35VN. It's really cool to see, a pretty tough steel like LMAX on such a cool folder, but I feel like it fits the vibe because this is a knife that's not afraid to be, you know, worked. As elegant and as classy it is, it's a very worker-friendly knife, comfortable ergos, you know, ergos for days, great fidget factor, great, you know, fit and finish. Just a really nice knife overall. So for $225, I think it's a great deal. And then even with that, like, especially with that code, down around $200, you know, there's plenty of other knives out there that cost more that don't even hold a candle to this. So again, Patrick's Knives, great design, man. If you're watching this, I think this is a fantastic model. Justin at White Mountain Knives, like the combination of you two, I hope you guys make more stuff in the future. And eventually I would like to add a Sailfin to my collection. Just love that milling, love that blade shape. Just a really nice knife overall. So highly impressed, really happy to check it out. Leave a comment down below if you guys, you know, what your thoughts on the Sailfin are. Have you heard of it all? Like, are you guys familiar with this model? Or if you're watching this, is this the first time you've ever, you know, heard of this? So, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up now. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.